Super Bowl Sunday is coming up this weekend. If you want to show everybody at the party that you know how to cook, here you go. We're fixing to make the best queso dip you've ever had in your life.
What you got there? What are we cooking today, man? And you already know. I think I know what we got going on here.
Yes. It's so weird. We're actually going to do it.
The go-to dip.
In case you missed it, a viral smoked queso recipe has taken over the internet courtesy of TikTok. I gotta say, I was a bit surprised this dip went viral since it's something we've all been eating for decades here in Texas. Yeah, this is not brand new. One of the key ingredients in this queso is not actually cheese, but a cheese product called Velveeta. While I've enjoyed my fair share of dips, mac and cheese, and more, Velveeta isn't an optimal part of a healthful diet. Just read the nutrition label and you'll discover an ingredient list that reads like a science experiment. The primary ingredients in the Rotel dip are ground beef, chili powder, Velveeta, cream cheese, Mexican cheese, chipotle peppers, heavy cream, cilantro, and the other star of the recipe, Rotel tomatoes with diced green chilies. This gives the queso a lot of flavor. Most recipes on the internet are broken down into about 20 servings, which means one portion would be 240 calories, 13 grams of protein, 4 grams of carbs, and 19 grams of fat. This doesn't sound like much until you realize that one serving is the equivalent to about 3 to 4 tablespoons. That ain't queso. Let's break down this recipe and see how we can reduce the calories while increasing the amount of food. First thing we're going to do is we're going to fire up our carbon steel skillet. We're going to put it on a medium-high heat. Once it gets nice and hot, we're going to spray it with a little bit of oil, swapping 80% lean ground beef for 95% lean ground turkey. Season it up with sea salt and pepper, smoked paprika, and the FitMenCook green chili lime seasoning. Chop it up as it cooks and then set aside. Moving on to the cheese sauce, instead of Velveeta, we're going to be using butternut squash. Not only does butternut squash look like queso, but it has a more neutral flavor that we can mask with real cheese and good seasoning. Peel and chop it into pieces, then steam for about 20 minutes or until you can easily mash it up with your fingers. Then take your butternut squash and add it right into your blender. And instead of heavy cream, we're going to pour in some light coconut milk. If you're not a fan of coconut milk, you can also use some almond milk. If you aren't a fan of that, you can also just use some real skim milk. Pop the top and put it on the soup setting if your blender has one. All right, and once you get the consistency to where you want it, this is perfect. For some other people, it may be too sweet. Here's my tip for this. Add in some Nutritional yeast, pop the top again, and give it one more blend. So much better, and creamier and cheesy. All right, now let's bring everything together and make our big tray smoked queso. Add in the meat, Rotel tomatoes or regular or fresh diced tomatoes, green chilies, red onion, and reduced fat Mexican blend cheese. Pour in the butternut squash on top, then seal it with foil for the oven or grill.
Kevin, how are we gonna smoke this without a grill, man?
You read my mind, Jesse.
Where'd you get that? Is that just in your back pocket?
It is in my back pocket. Insert a smoking gun hose under the foil, load in some hickory wood chips, then light them up, and smoke for about 10 minutes. All right, locked in the smoke. So now we're going to bake this in the oven for about 15-20 minutes at 400. Yeah. Oh, can you smell that smoke? Oh my God, it's looking good. I'm just gonna sprinkle some cheese on top just for some browning effects. Then place it right back in the oven uncovered for 8 to 10 minutes. Top it off with fresh tomatoes, onions, jalapeno, and cilantro. Enjoy with corn tortilla chips or some veggies. Here's the nutritional breakdown. Our reimagined smoked Rotel dip is now about 150 calories per serving with 7 grams of fat, 8 grams of carbohydrates, and 14 grams of protein. If we compare the dishes equally by weight per serving, our new Rotel recipe is more nutrient dense and heavier than the original recipe, meaning you get more food per serving but with less calories. That's about a 60% reduction in calories. Put this way, we could even double the servings of our reimagined Rotel dip and still have less fat and more protein than the original recipe. But how does it taste? Let's find out. It smells really good. Got a little cheese pull action on there. I'll make it one more just to taste this.
I have some suggestions. My only suggestion is that you could have made even more. That's so dang good, man.
I really like this recipe. It's really good. You know what it is too? I taste the green chili. It really does change the profile of it. Dang, I gotta get. You know what's good? We just keep on eating. and we haven't even.
We're supposed to wrap up the video.
Yeah, I think I liked it. Ooh, I think I liked it. So that is it for today's video. Hope that y'all really enjoyed it. Hope that it gave you some other ideas for the ways that you can prepare foods that you really love, but in much more healthful ways and in calorie conscious ways, reducing the calories here and there without compromising the overall flavor and the integrity of the recipe. So this is the winner in my book. I think that you and your family will love it. So check it out and see if it's for you. If not, that's all good too. If you like recipes like this, and if you like videos like this, I invite you to smash that like button below. Let us know that you're watching, and shout out to the YouTube community for pointing out a really fair critique in that when we are comparing the recipes, we need to make sure that we're factoring in the weight as well to make sure that it is as close as possible in apples to apples comparison and not an apples to banana comparisons. If you're new to the community, what up? And if you haven't joined yet, don't leave the video without pushing on subscribe. And remember, after that, you gotta ring that bell, ding, 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 so that way you can be notified whenever we post hot new content here in the FitMenCook kitchen. Remember to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for daily inspiration, all right? Until next time, y'all, keep it healthy, but of course, never, ever boring. Boom! Bye, peeps.